Congratulations to the winner of the Health Project Awards, RACQ and democracyCo, with the entry Rethink CTP Online Citizens Jury.
RACQ's been advocating for motorists since 1905, and we think, as the principal and peak motoring club here in Queensland, it's time that we really got behind CTP, really had a good look and took the covers off and found out, are we getting what we paid for? Are we getting the very best scheme? And is it the scheme that Queenslanders want? And really, we hope getting all the facts so that they can report back and give Queensland what it needs, which is the very best CTP scheme for the future.
A citizens jury is really just a collection of everyday Queenslanders, and we're working with them to support them in learning about compulsory third-party insurance and also make sense of how can we put some really good improvements forward that help everyone. So they're very much in the mindset of taking this very seriously on behalf of all Queenslanders, which is really great to see.
I've lived in Victoria for most of my life, and I recently discovered the CTP scheme in Queensland is quite different in some respects. The democracyCo, who are running it, have been really great at trying to keep things very neutral, making sure that we get input from all the different stakeholders, all the different sides, and always stressing sort of the importance of, critical thinking, recognising our own biases and those of others, but trying to think beyond that to come up with an independent kind of view.
First thing that struck me was I wanted to know more about what CTP was. I think as a jury we have to not lose sight of our goal, which is to make recommendations for improvement. That doesn't mean that we have to understand all the nitty-gritty. It just means we need to sort of get the gist of the system, how it's working at the moment, and where the major inequities are. And I think if we can do that, then we can make some worthwhile recommendations.
It's very interesting. Everyone has an opinion, but I think somewhere along the line we're starting to all build opinions that benefit the group as a whole and will actually benefit Queenslanders, still taking into account insurers and the legal community that also participate. So the process at the moment is pretty hopeful.
My role here is to answer questions, to explain things in a factual and sort of non-biased way to the extent that I can. So I'm an acknowledged expert in a part of the system. And as a witness, my role is to explain to jury members the way I see the system working, give them an idea of the perspective that I come from, and then to be able to answer their questions, because these are all really thoughtful people, they're engaged and they want to learn, that's why they're here.
So we look forward to reporting back in not too distant future about the outcome, and thanks very much for taking part.
A fantastic example of a well-considered jury process. The process was both thorough and nimble in its pivot to online during the COVID pandemic, and never once compromised the quality of the engagement being undertaken. The response to both the unwillingness of the industry to participate and the COVID situation was imaginative and extremely thorough.